Oh boy. I have been waiting for this one. Yo, you can't believe the patience that I have to endure for my favorite books to come out and become animated. You just don't know. And when I saw it, I was a bit worried. Like, oh my god, this is good. They might screw this up. They might screw this up. We might have another eighth child on my hands, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. But then I watched it. I saw it. This is how you do a good first impression. This was really good. It was very fun, energetic, vibrant colors. A very interesting, nice start introduction. A little rushed, but just a little rushed in the beginning, but not so bad. Yes, they did the thing where I say they show a flash forward of something that happens towards the end of the show than for the beginning, but I'm okay with that because the way they did it, like I said, the way they did it, it shows how she's going to get up to this point. What did she do to prepare from this point to that point? So I'm okay with that. My life as a villainess, all roads lead to doom. This is the very first of its kind, and I'm very impressed with how a lot of isekais that were created differently but started a certain trend are now being animated this year. I'm shocked how it is. Stuff like Ascendance of a Bookworm, this one, and even, of course, Mushoku Tensei. These were all novels that started a certain trend among the genre of isekai. And I'm just glad they're getting that real good treatment right here. So let's get into an explanation for those. This is a very first kind of isekai where it involves a game, but it's not a RPG game. It's a dating sims game, based on a very popular video game called Fortune Lover. And this girl used to play it until one day she, of course, got into an accident, of course, because they don't look. Apparently, a lot of people don't look across the streets when they walk. When they walk around the streets, they don't pay attention. They always get hit by a truck gun every single time, and it's just I can't feel sorry for them. Like, dude, I don't know how many people in Japan get hit by trucks every freaking day. They get isekai. It's like a tradition. Well, anyways, she now somehow though the thing I was kind of complaining about is how in the world does she end up in a video game world? It's an artificial world of ones and zeros. But I digress. She's in this world now, and she starts off as not the main character or an OC character, but instead she is the villain, the villainess of the story, Katarina Claire. And she, no matter what ending happens to her, she is doomed to have an unfortunate ending, whether she has died or she is exiled. And now she wants to prepare herself from that. She was off to be that terrible person. As you can see in the beginning, how she was being picky and spoiled and rotten until she made the little fall and busted her head, and she remembered her past, and now she wants to prevent that. Now she wants to improve herself. She doesn't want to be a spoiled, mean person. And because of this actually will change the routes that happen. For instance, as the main character, not Katarina, but the actual main heroine of this video game, supposed to go out with certain men. The one she's supposed to be married to, it could be her brother, or the brother of Jurdo, or even the other characters. But because of what she does, it's going to start a little domino effect where they will start having different kind of personalities because of this. And you start to see it slowly in a way. Even though she busts her head, she's trying to be nice, she's even preparing herself for a garden to improve her earth skills. But her earth skills suck. Like, because you think about it, in most isekais, the main character always have so much power, so much mana capability, but instead, she can't even. All she can do is a little bump on the road. That's all she can do right now. So she is now a prodigy. So everything she does is through hard work, from studying the sword practice and even the magic study. Whether or not she gets better at it However, she will become a good gardener as time goes on. Because, well, hard labor comes and will bear good fruit. Now, we get introduced to two boys. Well, technically three, but I'm only focusing on two. They're the ones that actually did some talking in this, and that was Jordo, her fiance, and her adoptive brother Keith. Now, Jordo didn't have much development in this show. He was just there just to, just to be around her. He probably felt guilty for what happened, but he was technically not really in love with her. But because of how she changed, that's going to, change things up. He actually is going to fall for her. Then we have Keith, her little brother. Keith is a boy, he was supposed to be treated harshly because he was isolated by everyone growing up, and he had these strong magical powers, and because of that, he became a playboy. But now, because of this, he might become a total sister complex instead. We'll see if it happens down the line. Well, anyways, I really love this episode. I love the opening. I love how they had Beethoven in it, and as they're dancing. It was nice. It's wonderful. And then I love how Katarina, she has the other Katarinas in her head just talking, having a discussion. What should they do? It's freaking. I love it. And I was just so glad that this book is finally being adapted to an anime. Like, it's been about damn time, people, and I'm just happy about it. The visuals, the animation, the CGI is even that bad. They don't use too much CGI on it. And they have I don't know what they're doing, where it's textures or tones or whatever, but it kind of blends in with it. Now, with Katarina's personality, there's another thing I do complain about still, when it comes to, the otakus and the salaryman are always getting isekai. It's just a thing I just have to put up with, I guess. Well, anyways, Katarina herself has this name among the American community, where we call her Bakarina. She's so focused on certain things that she becomes completely oblivious to everything else, and she does cause her to make some stupid decisions in the end. So she has this name around the community called Bakarina because of that. Because Baka means stupid. Because of that, it's just she become a very high-rising, popular character among us, and we love her so much. So yeah, man, I got nothing but praise right now. I like the episode. I like how she's trying to make do with Keith and stuff. How she wants to do better with him, and then we didn't get to see an outro yet, so which is weird. These days we usually see the intro at the end of the anime, but after watching The Eighth Son, we saw it in the middle. In this one, we saw it in the middle of the show instead of the beginning, which is very interesting. Is this going to be a new tradition for some anime, where they'll show the opening in the middle of the show? That's very interesting. Weird, it kind of cuts off, but we'll see how I get used to it. Anyways. And that is it. Not only that, we got two more anime. I'm only reviewing another one. I will do a must-watch tomorrow, depending how well it is. Because right now we got Ascendance of a Bookworm Season 2. And we also have Gal and Dinosaur as a nice little comedy. So I can't wait to see what happens next. And if you guys like to stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrown on Anime, signing out.